Alright, I am back. It's been a while. I think it's been about a month since I last uploaded, and I thought this video was never going to get done, but here we are. Today, I'm going to be talking about something that has been highly requested and something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. I'm going to be talking about my 3 unpopular football opinions. Here we go. Now, this is episode 1 of Unpopular Football Opinions of the Week. I don't know if I'm going to do a video each week, but I'm going to try to. This is episode 1 where we're going to focus on my unpopular football opinions, but episode 2 will be my followers' unpopular opinions. So leave your unpopular opinion that you have of football, something that like your friends have never agreed with, something that makes you sound deluded or something along those lines, and just leave it down in the comments and I will include it in the next video, in episode 2. But today we're going to focus on my unpopular opinions. I have 3 of them. We're going to start with the first one. Please don't flame me too much in the comments. But yeah, let's get to it. Number 1. My first unpopular football opinion that I have, my number 1 is I like unsportsmanship behavior in football. Now, let me explain, and I do feel like I'm going to say that for every one of my opinions. I don't like unsportsmanship behavior. I respect it, and I don't like it. It's just, there's kind of a gray area. Look, let's think of some examples. Back in the 2010 World Cup, it was Uruguay against Ghana. I think they were tied up, either 1-1 or something along those lines. Ghana has a shot in the last minutes of the game. It beats the goalkeeper, it beats a defender, and it's only Suarez right there. And he does a handball, and it stops it from going in. Now, obviously, Suarez gets a red card, Ghana get a penalty, Ghana missed the penalty, and therefore, eventually, Uruguay went through. Meaning that if Suarez had not cheated and played it dirty and done that handball, most likely, Ghana would have gone through. Example number 2, let's take it all the way back to 1986 with Maradona, Hand of God. You guys probably know this, and I know I'm going to sound a little bit biased because I'm Argentinian, and that's why I like this. But the Hand of God, 0-0, England, Argentina. Quarterfinals of the 1986 World Cup. Maradona has the ball right up here after a slip up from the defenders. He has the ball right here. He's never going to win a header against the goalkeeper. Even if he was tall, he would never win a header. You would never win a header against the goalkeeper. And he's 5'7", so obviously he will never. So what does he do? He handballs it. Referee doesn't see it. There's no VAR. There's no technology back in the day. It worked. The ball somehow went in by some miracle. And 1-0. Eventually that gives the upper hand to Argentina. They end up winning 2-0. Let's talk about this. I don't like it when it's done against me, but that's the beauty of football. In football, if you can kind of get in the opponent's head, do cheeky shit, waste time, do stuff like this that will get you the upper hand just to win the game, I feel like you should definitely do it. And obviously, it's going to bother you if it's done against you. Fuck, if I was English, I would hate Maradona for ages. If I was from Ghana, I would literally pay someone to go ahead and kill Suarez. At the end of the day, whenever my rage is gone, I can accept it and I can be like, yeah, fuck, I respect it, you know? Now, obviously, a lot of people are going to disagree. That's why it's an unpopular opinion. But that's my unpopular opinion number 1. I like cheeky, cheating, unsportsmanship behavior. Very unpopular, I know. Okay, number 2. Now, I think this is the most unpopular opinion that I have, and it's probably going to be a little bit unbiased with my Argentinian-ness. But I believe had Higuain not been sold to Napoli after his season-long injury with Real Madrid, then Madrid would have been just as successful, if not more, if they had Higuain rather than Benzema in all those years where they conquered Europe. Now, let me explain once again. Back in 2008-2009, Higuain was the main striker for Madrid. Both Pellegrini and Mourinho preferred him as the number 9 of Real Madrid. Even when both players were available, Higuain and Benzema, Mourinho and Pellegrini preferred the Argentinian. And you can go back to read all this stuff. Eventually, Higuain got injured, he was forced to get surgery, and he was gone for almost the full season. He literally came back, I think, April. And therefore, Mourinho was forced to play Benzema. He had a rocky start, didn't really work out, you can read articles where he's just not happy with Benzema. There's players that, Kaká, I think, he even said that he wanted more from Benzema, like he wasn't giving his best. He just wasn't clicking with Madrid, you know, it's a very different league. So I just think that had Higuain not been unlucky, because he was great at the time, he got injured, and then eventually he was never the same Higuain whenever he came back because he had lost his starting position. He got sold to Napoli, he did amazing there, and then did great at Juve. Bottom line is, I think had Benzema been sold, had Higuain stayed, I think Madrid would have been just as successful as they were if you just replaced Higuain with Benzema. Like, you would have basically the same team because Higuain has the same attributes that Benzema has. He's great at hold-up play. He's a great creator in comparison with Benzema. And not just that, but I think he's a more lethal striker. Now, this is definitely going to be unpopular because of the time that I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this today when Benzema is in the top 3 footballers in the world and Higuain's in the MLS. If I had told you this in 2016, when Benzema was like not reaching his best and Higuain had 36 goals a season in Serie A, it wouldn't have been as unpopular. But this is my unpopular opinion that I've thought for a really, really long time. Let's move on to number 3. My real feelings towards Cavani. Now, if you follow the DFO account for a really long time, you probably know about the whole memes with Cavani. If you don't, odds are that you don't. I'm going to explain it to you. A long time ago, when I first had my account, I think it was like 2 years ago, I made a thread about why I believe Cavani had never reached world-class level. Then eventually, after reading your comments, talking to people through DMs, I can see why he might have been world-class at Napoli. But post-Napoli, I don't think he was great at all. Great, sure, but world-class, no. So that's how the whole meme started. After I made that thread, anytime Cavani did good, anytime he scored, a lot of people would banter me. And anytime that he had a horrendous game, I would banter my followers and Cavani himself. So that's how the whole meme started. Now it's gotten to the point where like I banter him for anything he does, and it's just a joke. So now you know the whole history of the meme. But my unpopular opinion is just that I don't rate him as high as anybody has done throughout his whole career. Let's just talk post-Napoli, because I was like fucking 10 or 11 when he was at Napoli, so I'm not going to tell you about that because I didn't see it myself, but he wasn't world-class at PSG. He was never a lethal striker. He has a lot of attributes that are great and that I don't expect a striker at his level to have. Positioning, his work rate, his hold-up play, a lot of great stuff, his movement. Basically, you guys know Cavani. If you know Cavani, if you watch Cavani, you know what he's good at. Finishing has never been a forte of his. And unfortunately, even though finishing might be a little bit overrated, finishing is one of the most crucial attributes that a striker can have. You can have all these great attributes that make you a great player, but in terms of being a striker, like if I want a lethal number 9, I'm not going to have Cavani in my team ever. So I think throughout his whole career, people rate Cavani like right up here. I rate him a lot lower. It doesn't mean that I don't rate him because I just praised a lot of his attributes. He's great to an extent, but post-Napoli career at PSG, I don't think he ever reached the world-class level. And I think he's managed to bullshit a lot throughout his career to make himself seem as a great striker. But that's my unpopular opinion number 3. I don't rate Cavani as highly as anybody does. If you know me, if you know my account, you probably already knew this. But now you know. Those are my 3 unpopular opinions. Go ahead and comment your unpopular opinions because I plan on making a part 2 to this video. It would be episode 2 where it's my followers' unpopular opinions. So go ahead and comment your unpopular opinions and then I'll feature them in the next video. As always, thank y'all for watching. I'm going to see you in the next time. Take care and cheers.